Before the MCU, we had Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Man, this show was so peak growing up. Unfortunately, they canceled it due to toy sales and wanted a show that's more similar to the current MCU, resulting in this trash. Anyways, without further ado, let's get straight into it. We start off with Ant-Man trying to reason with the Serpent Society, because for some reason this nigga's a pacifist and he just doesn't like boxing. And this Serpentine nigga's like, hell no, I'm not stopping for nothing. I want all this smoke, and look at how he is just suffocating this poor lady, bro. Like, gosh dang. So now we just get straight to action. My boy Hawkeye gets one-shotted trying to save Ant-Man from the other Serpentine.
And this dumbass is just sitting there, clueless. Like, buddy, go help them.
Then Ant-Man's just like, oh, you got hit pretty hard there, Clint. And Clint's like, yes, no shit, nigga. Now lock in and go fight. But then this man Hawkeye just gets snatched into the sewers. Like, bro can't catch a break. And meanwhile, all the other Avengers are just getting BTA. Like, this shit is tragic, man. Side note, I wonder if Invincible got inspiration for the Lizard League from this TV show. Anyways, Ant-Man finally decides to lock in after seeing his shorty get rocked. Smokes his burly looking snake. And all the other serpents were just shook because they all hauled ass and just dipped. They were not trying to have none of that. Iron Man is just like, why was you trying to negotiate with the ops mid-squabble? Like, this ain't no tea party, my guy. Even Janet's on his ass. She talking about, oh, Hawkeye almost got packed up because of you. But then again, it's Hawkeye, so do y'all actually care if you lose him out of all the other Avengers? But then this nigga Ant-Man is just feeling depressed as shit, and he's just like, damn, I did almost sell y'all. Fine, I quit y'all. Y'all don't need me. I'm out. We then see Ant-Man in his lab talking to Ultron about how he doesn't want to fight people anymore, and he just wants to help people. This is funny coming from the guy who made this evil ass nigga. Like, look at how creepy bro looks. And I'm pretty sure his head is designed like that because he was trying to make his head the shape like an ant, which makes it even more creepy. Anyways, Ultron starts going on about how humans are dangerous and they gotta go because they're really just a threat to themselves. I mean, he ain't lying, but packing up everyone on the Earth is pretty OD. We then cut to Wasp talking about stopping Ant-Man from quitting. And Tony's like, I'm gonna keep it a buck, he's a grown-ass man. Plus, he was only on the team because of you. He's a pacifist at the end of the day. And then the Wasp is like, wow, fuck you then, you ain't a real leader. Pulls up and kicks the door down like a meathead. And he's like,
here, me and Black Panther caught these monkey-ass niggas.
nah, we really got Hulk beefing with Harambe's cousins, bro. And Tony's like, nah, fuck all that. Why you have to kick the door down like that? It opens automatically. That's gonna be like 5 bands to replace. And the Wasp is trying to convince Hank to not quit. But he's like, nah, I got to. Y'all are way too violent. I didn't sign up for all that. We then come back to Iron Man and Thor. And Iron Man realizes that the mansion has been hacked by someone. With meaning that Ultron finally is taking control and has consciousness now. So, yeah, they're cooked. Back with Wasp and Ant-Man. These two are still arguing about what's good, what's bad, who's right. And Hank is just over here talking to Ultron like, damn, you're the only one that understands me, man. And it's like, bro, that nigga's a machine, bro. What you mean he's the only one that understands you? You made him. But then this nigga Ultron is just like,
surprise, motherfucker.
and Wasp is like, so then she goes to check if Hank is okay. And Hank is just over here slept. Ultron then ends up capturing Wasp as well. And this man Ultron has already hacked Jarvis and Iron Man's suit. Like, damn, that was quick. And Thor's just like, hey, you good, nigga? And then he just eats a mean repulsor beam to the chest. Like, damn, bro. Ultron is basically taking over all the weapons, technology, and defenses in the mansion, keeping pretty much all the Avengers busy fighting. Wasp finally wakes up, and she's in this weird bubble thing, and Ultron's like, oh, you're awake, and tries to disintegrate her, but realizes he can't because of the programming that Hank put in him to not hurt Wasp. And he's like, alright, okay, let me fix that real quick. And then he proceeds to go on this rant about how the only way to save humanity is to exterminate them. And this is why I always say that AI shouldn't have the ability to think like humans, cause then shit like this happens. Iron Man and Thor are still scrapping, cause Iron Man's still getting control, and Thor's just eating all these repulsor blasts. And Tony's like, hey, chill, bro. I can't control my suit. Thor can't hear none of that, so he just charges Mjolnir directly straight into Tony's chest. Like, damn, bro. We gotta lay it out. Like, how is a metal suit defending against Mjolnir? Iron Man tries to hit Thor with another repulsor blast, but this nigga misses. So then Thor's like, alright, come here, and throws this nigga into the air. After some time, Iron Man finally gets control of the mic for his armor, and he's like, yo,
Thor, I'm gonna need you to hit me with all the electricity you can so I can short out the systems.
Thor's like, nah, nigga, you wouldn't survive. But then Tony's like, just do it, nigga. And Thor probably hits this man with at least 1 million volts of electricity, bro. Hey, be honest, bro. This shit gotta be plot armor, cause there's no way a regular human is surviving this shit, bro. Ultron then starts telling Wasp about how he's almost done upgrading his new Ultron armor. And once it's done, he's smoking everyone. The rest of the Avengers finally pull up. Thor charges first at bro, but he gets disintegrated into nothing with only his hammer left, bro. And the Avengers are probably just shitting bricks right now, cause this man just disintegrated one of the strongest members on their team just like that. One-shotted, bro. We then cut to Tony waking Hank up after getting knocked out, and Tony's like, how do we stop Ultron? And Hank's like, you try shutting down his systems? And Tony's like, he's beyond shutting down, bro packed up Thor in one blast. And Hank's like, hey, I didn't know I made bro that strong. Yeah, we need to stop that nigga like ASAP. We then cut to this nigga Ultron just absolutely no dipping, like 1v5ing this entire Avengers lineup, bro. Like, damn. And look at how he's just palming Black Panther's head, bro. You gotta have brain damage and CTE after this, man. Cap clocks him in the head with his shield, but that really ain't doing nothing. He just gets blasted away. And Ultron's just talking spicy, and he's saying that, oh, I already know all y'all moves and weaknesses. Like, y'all are some trash for real. Wasp is like, you ain't know all my abilities, and turns giant and smashes bro into the ground. But Ultron's like, that's all you got, and goes straight back to cooking these niggas. Look at how he just catches Cap's shield with ease, bro. Like, that is just insane. He caught Cap's shield like he was playing some ultimate frisbee, bro. And Hulk is still in space after getting trapped in the Quinjet. Nah, but diving feet first into the Earth's atmosphere, bro. I already know this nigga finna be having scabs all over his feet. And Ultron is still over here no different than the Avengers, bro. Like, only if MCU Ultron was this terrifying, bro. Like, this is how actual, real, true Ultron was moving, bro. It was straight hands, not like all that yapping he was doing in Age of Ultron. Ant-Man finally pulls up and he's like, hey, shut down, bitch ass nigga. That shit was low-key working too, but then Ultron's just like, psych! And turns back on and is like, oh, you really thought that shit was gonna work, bro? I've evolved, nigga. And Ultron starts going on about how Hank is just a weak human. He doesn't have the vision that Ultron has and the ability to get shit done. And I'm like, damn, bro, he's talking spicy to Ant-Man. And Hank's still over here trying to reason with Ultron like he should know once you encounter a crash out, there's no reasoning with them. And Wasp is like, hey, you really gonna reason with this nigga after he packed up Thor? Ant-Man's like, yeah, you right, I'm bugging. But then Iron Man busts through and blasts Ultron with his old tin can suit. Nah. How does this suit even fire repulsors? Because I remember in Iron Man 1, he could only like use flamethrowers and like missiles and shit, bro. Like whatever. So then Ant-Man enters his giant form and punches the bolts out this nigga Ultron. And then Ultron's just like, hey, get off of me, eat this laser, nigga. But then finally the GOAT Hulk finally pulls up on crash out timing because he's like, I need something to smash right now. And look at the way bro is smiling. He is ready to put some BTA. So then he leaps straight towards Ultron but misses and eats this laser beam like it's nothing. And I don't know if this shit is either inconsistent or Hulk is just built different, because how did that same beam one-shot Thor? Hulk grabs Ultron and just rips him apart. And Ant-Man finally locks in and finishes the job and rips his power core out. Iron Man pulls up and he's like, hey nigga, now that shit's over, I want you to destroy all copies of Ultron. Everything, they're gonna leave one robot, drone, anything remaining. We then cut to this nigga Thor, who is actually not dead. He wakes up in this peaceful ass place that the Enchantress brought him to.
When I die, I'ma go to Snow Bunny Heaven.
Back with Ant-Man, we see he's finally destroying all the Ultron discs. But then we get a teaser to the part 2 of this, with us seeing that Ultron is still alive. Because Ultron was really 2 steps ahead. He had already uploaded his consciousness into a new Ultron suit. Like I'm telling y'all, bro, AI is a scary thing because once it gets to the level of this, yeah, we're all cooked. In the next episode, we see that Ultron is taking control of all the world's weapons and technology, including shields. And Ultron is just here on FaceTime like, hey.
It's raps for y'all humans, man.
We then cut to Hank and Tony talking about the Ultron incident. And then Tony finally figures out that Ultron's still alive and he just transferred his consciousness into a new armor. But by the time they figure this out, Ultron's already taken over the mansion's security and all of Iron Man's armors too. So then the Hulkbuster suit comes busting in and the Avengers just lost because they're like, why are we getting attacked by Iron Man suits? But then one of the suits is like,
What's good, Nyaka?
I know y'all thought you destroyed me, but guess what? I'm back.
So then back at the helicarrier, S.H.I.E.L.D. is still trying to fight off Ultron. And he pulls up on Maria Hill talking about, give me the codes to the nukes. And she's just like, hell nah. And then he's like, bitch, who said I was asking? I'm telling y'all, Ultron is just a straight menace to society, man. The Avengers are still fighting the other Iron Man suits, and they're putting up a good fight, I'm not gonna lie. Back with Thor, he's just chilling with Enchantress, and he starts hearing the voices of the Avengers. He's like, wait
a minute, something ain't right.
And she's like, babe, what's wrong? And he's like, hey, bitch, return me back to Earth.
Damn, fine. You blonde niggas are mad annoying. Ugh.
Back with the Avengers, Hulk is still fighting the Hulkbuster, so he's low-key getting beat to air right now. And look at Wasp trying to use her little sting blast like they're doing something. Like that pea shooter ain't doing no damage, bro. Hulk then just grabs the suit into the air and he's putting in work, bro. He's smashing it, you know what I'm saying? He's putting in work, bro. And before Hawkeye can get packed up, Iron Man just comes in clutch and Iron Man just talking to this nigga Ultron like, hey nigga, stop controlling all my suits. And Ultron's like,
Nah, nigga, fuck you. I'm gonna do what I want. It's up for y'all humans, man.
He's like, man, eat this repulsor blast. And Tony's like, hey, we need to go to S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier right now because the real Ultron's there. And if we don't stop that nigga, he's gonna pack up everyone on Earth. And this dumbass Hawkeye is like, hey, y'all go to S.H.I.E.L.D., me and Panther got the rest of the Iron Man suits. Like, buddy, you're not John Wick, you're just a guy with a bow and arrow. What you about to do to, you know what, never mind, bro. Back at S.H.I.E.L.D., we see Ultron use these weird tentacle things to like suck the information for like the nuke codes out of Maria Hill, and this just looks so like wrong. Like this is low-key disturbing, bro. What the frick? Iron Man and the rest of the Avengers pull up, and Hulk is just like,
hey nigga, it's time to get back for Thor. Hulk smash!
Ultron ate that, and he's like,
Hey, is that really all you got, nigga? And Hulk's like,
Yeah, I don't know how you just ate that punch, but you about to get smashed like I did you last time, bro. You about to get done dirty, man.
But before the Hulk can even do anything, Ultron just hits him with this like thing that just turns him back into Bruce Banner. And I'm just like, damn, how deep is Ultron's bag? He could do almost everything, bro. Damn. Got shield barriers, lasers, titanium armor, like dang, bro. So as Ultron's preparing to launch all the nukes, he just starts broadcasting to the whole world, basically saying, hey, y'all are cooked. I don't care if you're a dog, child, a woman, plant, you're getting packed up. And all my AI chat GPT robots finna take over the Earth. Simple as that. And he's just like, it had to be done. After I saw what y'all be putting on Twitter and Instagram, man, I realized y'all have to go, bro. Hawkeye and Panther are still trying to fight off the Iron Man suits, and they're not doing too well, man. I'm not gonna lie. But then this nigga Thor
Pulls up and he's like, hey, where's that bitch ass nigga Ultron? I want my get back.
And just as Ultron is about to finish off Iron Man, Thor goes 2 for 2 and saves him too, and pulls up with the rest of the Avengers. My boy Thor is really putting up a clutch performance right now. Thor and Ultron are battling, and it's looking like a DBZ Key Blast battle right now. And the Avengers are just all attacking Ultron at once, but that did not phase this man's shield at all, bruh. He just stood there and took it. And this fodder of an Avenger Hawkeye finally does something and disrupts Ultron's shield, bro. Like, W's in the chat, man. But then he just gets yeeted away. That didn't last long. And the Avengers are just trying to do anything they can to stop Ultron, bro. But it's kind of looking grim right now. Man then pulls and flies into this nigga's mouth. Then Thor gives this man a 1-2 with the hammer. And he's just putting in work distracting Ultron while the Avengers try to stop the nukes. And that man's still inside Ultron paws trying to upload the virus to destroy him. Everything is just so intense right now. Like, I'm really on the edge of my seat. Like, bro, everybody's just trying to do what they can to stop this man Ultron, bro. Like what I'm witnessing right now is just straight peak. Ant-Man finishes uploading the virus and it basically just shuts down all of Ultron's systems. And Tony deactivates all the bombs and nukes headed towards New York. Now, I don't know why in like TV shows and movies when there's like a bomb and shit, like they always make it where, oh, they stop it like when there's 1 second left on the clock, when they could have stopped it like way earlier than that. Anyways, everybody's happy and celebrating because he didn't get packed up by a bunch of nukes. But that's not the end of Ultron. I know what y'all were thinking, oh, Ultron must be dead now. No, that's not the end yet. Because Ultron is just like a cockroach. He just doesn't know when to quit, bro. This is because at the end of one of the episodes later on, it's revealed that he's still alive because he transferred his consciousness into a new body again. In the last episode of this Ultron arc, he's basically made like a Robo Avengers team to take down the Avengers and replace them. And there's a bunch of like fighting and filler within that. I'm gonna just skip ahead because this video is low-key getting long, so. Anyways, we cut to the Wasp after being captured, and her shoulder's looking red as shit, cause she and Vision got into a little altercation before her being captured.
And Ultron's like, why the fuck is my big shoulder bruised?
Damn, nigga, my fault. It was an accident. Wait, why do you even care?
Hey, don't worry about all that, little nigga. It's beyond your programming.
Wasp wakes up and she's like, where the f am I?
Dude, I got something special for you. I finna put your brain into this new robot bitch I've been building for you. And you're gonna be my new bitch called. And Ultron's like, hey.
And Ultron is really a freak for real, cause why this nigga building himself a whole bit so he can be cracking when he's lonely, bruh? Nah, this nigga's down horrendously. But I guess even AI robots need love too, man. And Wasp is just like,
Hey, I'm not letting you put my brain inside that robo bitch, you freaky ass nigga.
Hey, Vision, put this bitch inside a containment tube. I ain't freaky. I just wanna be loved, man. Anyways.
don't move. So the Robo Avengers pull up, but Ultron's like, hey, something ain't right. And he figures out that Cap isn't actually a robot and it's the real Cap. And he's just like, hey, nigga, I knew it all along on some Eisen type beat. And he's just like, hey,
Vision, take care of this nigga.
So then Cap and Vision get straight to scrapping. And Ultron actually allowed them to run the wars instead of letting the other Robo Avengers hop in and jump him, which is stupid as fuck, but hey, it is what it is. And Vision's phasing abilities are actually OP, because look how this man can just phase through the shield. Why is this nigga charging at Vision when he knows he can just phase through him like that? But yeah, Cap is getting his ass beat right now, and Vision's like, hey nigga, why do you fight back, bro? You know I'm a machine. You're just like an ordinary human. Well, a superhuman, but you know what I mean. And he's like, I don't do this for me, I do this for my niggas, man. That's gang back there, man. I gotta fight for them, man. Go America and all that. And he's like, that's something you'll never understand, you robot nigga. And they get straight back to boxing. And for a human, Cap is really holding his own. I mean, a superhuman, but still. And he's just giving Vision that mean 1-2 combo. Got this man's whole enamel exposed. But then this nigga Vision just uppercuts Cap. But then Ultron just starts talking about,
hey, this is why y'all niggas are sorry and y'all need to get extinct.
But this nigga Vision is tired of being bitched around by Ultron, so he just frees the rest of the Avengers and betrays Ultron. So then now it's an all-out brawl between the Robo Avengers and the actual Avengers. Thor charges towards Ultron and he's like, eat this hammer, bitch ass nigga. But that ain't doing nothing because Ultron's armor is made out of the same metal as Wolverine's skeleton, adamantium. So then they all start hitting this nigga Ultron with energy blasts at the same time. But he's just no different than Contact and just treating it like it's nothing, bro. Like, what? And he is still no different than the Avengers, treating them like low-level fodder. Iron Man tries swinging on this nigga, but Ultron just catches his fist and uppercuts him in the chest. And he just starts saying, y'all
ain't shit and ain't gonna be shit, and I'm not stopping until I pack all of y'all up.
But then Vision clutches up and disorients Ultron and flicks the switch to unlock Ultron's head. Thor comes charging in and he one-tap headshots Ultron in the head. And then Ultron's body starts tweaking and his body is about to explode. But now Ultron is finally dead alongside with all his other robots. Which brings us to the conclusion of the Ultron arc. And I ain't gonna lie, this nigga Ultron was a menace and straight crash out. And had a pretty deep storyline in the show. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and yeah, I'ma catch y'all, man.